Hello students, welcome to the economics class of Standard 12th Gujarat Board Chapter 1 Part 6. Today's first topic is caution in using computer technology. Students, in our previous session we discussed about use of computer technology in the study of economics. You also have to be cautious in using this technology. As this is only a study material, this technology provides you the data to make your study easier and faster. But it is just a tool to make your study easy. It does not replace the process of your study. It is a machinery which gives you the data according to your command. As your vehicle is a machinery, it makes your ride easy and faster, but it runs according to your direction. Similarly, is computer technology. It just accepts your command whether it is wrong or right. So, if you don't give right command, you may lose the data. You may also get the incorrect graphs, and further your study will be incorrect if you don't give accurate formula and command. Next point is internet technology. This is also one kind of facility created by digital technology which is used by all of us, and at present you are also using it while studying. We will now discuss the use of internet technology in economics with the help of this chart. First point, internet technology is used for tutorials. As some educationals put the PowerPoint presentations and study material with worksheets on the OpenSS link. You can view this presentation and learn according to your convenience. Similarly, there are many more tutorials who teach the students through their online websites. Next point is active learning. It is used for active learning as we are sending you the video lectures by creating a link. Some institutions also create live lectures through which students can learn sitting at any place. For this, they can register on these sites and listen to their lectures on the net. As you all are doing it at this present situation of pandemic, where we have to maintain social distance and have to sit at our homes. So this technology is fruitful for this purpose, where students can learn from any place and from any of the experts sitting in any part of the world. Third is reading material. There are numerous books available online free of cost for reading. Your textbooks are also available on internet. Some good research articles, journals, magazines are also available online for reading. Some books, articles and journals can be accessed by paying for it annually in the form of fees, and that particular books, articles or magazines you can access online. These materials are known as e-books, e-journals, etc. Fourth is information. As you search any information on internet, you get many answers related to your search. Even you can get information on universities offering degrees in economics. Fifth, miscellaneous. By using the search engine like Google, Yahoo, you can get the quotes by economists. Fifth point, miscellaneous. By using the search engines like Google, Yahoo, you can get the quotes by economists, names of the reference books, like any kind of information on internet. Sixth point, data. When the researchers come to any kind of conclusion, their data is useful to other researchers in the form of secondary data. Such data are available on the internet. There are many topics for which secondary data is available on internet, such as data on budget of a government, banking, agriculture, production, value of export and import, poverty, employment, industrial production, etc. These data can be collected from the authentic website. If you want to collect the data related to the banking in India, the official website is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. There are some organizations and agencies working at national and international level and also collect, publish, as well as put data on websites such as CSO, NSSO, WHO, UNO, CMIE, ILO, IMF, World Bank, and so on. So students, I hope the concept was descriptive enough and you all understood it properly. Stay tuned, stay healthy. Thank you.